Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today, well, I don't know. I guess I had a few other things. Just logged on and noticed that I got a few train problems here. So we'll be straightening that out first. This one has no link in here, which I was thinking about running some oil today, but then this one is kind of blown apart. So I guess I'm gonna end up having to straighten this out first. So that's where we're at. How come that doesn't highlight? Huh. And it won't let me get rid of the link. Okay. Yeah. Alright, we'll have to throw some wood in this one, and I know we have a couple more cars we're gonna have to go find. At least one more. I think this one just says the 3 cars on it. Let me rephrase it. I mean, I know it only has 3 cars on it, but we are gonna have to go find one, because I only see 2. Unless it's on top of something again. After that happened, I guess, I don't know where to start looking for things when they come up missing. But alright, throw brakes there. Good. It's just, I don't know how that would have gotten. I mean, this is all flat, so it's really weird that, like, in any way, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's like, how would it push back, I guess? I don't know. Who knows? Not gonna, no point in speculating what you can't figure out, I guess. I don't know. Something sent it backwards. Any chance we have heat in this thing yet? No. That's okay, we don't need to back up very far. Oh, wait a minute. We should probably pin this one. Oh, come on. Tell me you got enough in you. Boom. Alright, so there is that, and hey, let me have a hold of it. Sometimes that drive thing is easy to grab a hold of, sometimes it likes to be a little bit of a pain, I find anyway, but I don't drive generally from first person very often. I just find the visibility is still, look, the driver's too tall, right? And he doesn't duck down. So when they solve that problem, then I will consider driving from the first person a bit more. But as for now, I just find it to be too much of a hassle, visibility wise, and not worth the headache. I guess I'm hoping if that car rolled backwards, that the other car is just gonna roll back here somewhere, and if it didn't, I guess we will just pick up some steel or something along the way. Whoa. How did it even get over there? How would it have gotten itself through a track switch? What? Well, okay. 2 ways to deal with this problem. Either we back ourselves all the way around. I just really how kind of dumbfounded how it got there. I mean, you saw we backed up on that rail, so the switches, if it went straight backwards, there's Unless it somehow backed itself all the way up around the loop. Because I see that switch down there is set to go that way. So it would have had to have backed itself all the way up around the loop. That's insane. What would have kicked it that hard? I mean, it's all flat out here, so you know, yeah, once something starts rolling, it's going to keep rolling, but I mean, hmm. I mean, the evidence would say it rolled all the way back and around here. Well, I could either back up and pick it all the way up, or I could just turn around and re-rail the thing. And since everything right here is nice and straight, and let's be honest, we've had to re-rail a lot of things lately, so we don't have an issue re-railing anymore at all. That's the one thing I'll give. Switching between the updates has sure made it a I don't mind re-railing things so much anymore. I used to really not like the process, but now we cruise right through it. So that's a big help, I guess. It does make re-railing things easier once you practice a lot. Switching between the updates, I know I had to re-rail more trains than I had re-railed the entire time that I have been playing the game, so alrighty. And I don't know, I have considered just setting up a save spot specifically for holding on the update, because at least rumor has it that we're supposed to be getting the mainline update soon, and then rather than have to re-jumble around everything, I have considered just setting up a save spot, spacing everything out, and just leaving it. But then it's like, you know, depends on how soon until that update comes out, because if it goes any length of time, then I don't know. Then you're not saving anything you do, and I don't know. I guess I'd rather just have to pick the stuff up again, as much as I hate to say that. Picking that stuff up really isn't that bad once you kind of get over the concept of, yes, you have to re-rail 100 and some cars or something, whatever whatever your rolling stock number is. I don't know. Some people have, I'm sure, hundreds of cars. I don't think I have quite that many. So I guess it's not too bad. So I don't know where we're gonna take this steel, even if we do load it. Though I'm pretty sure we need it up at the refinery. Needs oil. I know it needs oil. It needs pipe. There is some wood up there. I don't know. Could take it out there. Probably don't actually need it out at the oil field. Probably need it up at the refinery more. So, I guess we'll go that way with it. Problem is, our train is completely running backwards. I generally try not to do that. Still getting used to the, I mean, not getting used to it, I guess, but adjusting back to the concept of no dev speed. Find myself fiddling around with my guy a lot more than I used to, because he just doesn't go, you know. You had flash speed there for a minute. Well, that means we don't have enough stuff down here to keep producing either, which means really we have to run out and do some long loads back to the mountains, to the mines, The mines of Moria. No, but we have to, we're gonna have to run some more coal, probably. Coal and iron, which that's fine, because then if we leave this train out at the refinery, then it's out of the way. We can bring the big flat car train out and start putting it back to use, because we need to haul some iron. Oops, no, put it back, put it back, put it back. I wish there was a way to stop the crane, but there is sadly not. You would think if you could start the crane, you could stop the stop the crane if you can start the crane. Train. The crane put it on the train, so it didn't have to go on the plane, I guess. Alright, come on. These would be nice if they just if you could dump them, you know, boom, 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 boom. Kind of like the oil barrels, rather than having to crane load them. It'd be kind of cool if we could just dump them off of something, boom, 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 boom. I mean, they're pipes, they roll. Logs too. That'd be cool if we didn't have to like crane everything, or. We don't crane everything. I can't say crane everything. But I think the chute kind of loadings work better. So like the iron or the coal. I just think those are better loading processes. Like the oil barrels, same thing. Not to say that a crane is never maybe needed, but I wouldn't mind seeing less of them. Come on. Should go pick up another couple of cabooses at some point too, now that we actually have some expendable money. I always found the caboose to be kind of expendable. I mean, when you're running solo anyway. I mean, if you're running multiplayer, I think it probably makes more sense to have some rear braking capability with a caboose. I'm sure you could probably run some stuff faster downhill in the mountains if you actually had somebody back there to tension the back of the train at proper times. Being that I can't really see much else use for the for a caboose other than some rear braking. I mean, it's not like, you know, you don't have somebody sleeping, obviously, so. Flip that. Definitely need to do some filling of the airworks. Why those always have to look boarded up. It's just weird because some of the it's like they're all boarded up. Why aren't they doors? Why are they just boarded up? How do the people get into the factory, I'm wondering? Or are they never allowed to leave? Is that what this is? They were stuck in there and then boarded inside to never leave? Oh. Alright, they can put some doorknobs on there so that the poor employees can leave work. Feel bad for the people. Alright, we're just gonna well, I guess we're just gonna try to run the load in reverse and see if we can just back this thing. We should just be able to back it right on up to the... Oh, we're not gonna be able to. Wait a minute, yeah we can, why can't we? Because we can take it around the loop up there. If we take it around the loop up there backwards, that'll do the trick. We can turn around up there. Jeez. It's, you know, I don't know. At least the track has redundancies built into it for silly situations, I guess, because even though we're going to run this thing in backwards, we're still going to be able to get it turned around right because of that turnaround up there at the refinery, you know, which is the one I've considered taking out. I gotta be honest, probably 100 times I've thought about getting rid of that thing because I don't really like loops. But then, just like the one on the other side over here, this, I've gotten rid of it. But then the one time you actually, you know, need it for something, it's nice to have. So, this comes into another case, I guess, of, you know, a happy accident where I got something up there I don't really like, but it's gonna be useful. So, that's why I haven't changed a heck of a lot yet, because I haven't really, there's always these what-if situations that, like, the rough-in solves that if I did something different, I just wouldn't have that option. So, I think I'm going to turn around and try to start, I'm kind of waiting for the update before I do too much, and I know that one's getting old for everyone. To say around, you know, either waiting on it or whatever. And I'm not implying that I'm in a hurry for the update, but I don't want to relay sections to solve problems and then turn around and just have to relay the whole thing on new splines. So, where the update should be looming soon to the main game, or at least I think. So I'm going to look into that a little more, and I mean, depending on how long we're still supposed to be waiting, I'm not sure. I believe the beta got an update, the public beta branch, but I have no intentions of opting back into beta branches, at least at this point. So I'll be waiting for the main game, and the, you know, I guess my big priority isn't updates or changes so much as stability. I just want the game to stay stable, and if that means I stay in the main line, then that means I stay in the main line. Alright, hit the brakes. We need a little more braking power, because this is not doing it. And then we'll flip this, run over, check our switches quick, because if we do it on the moving locomotive, we'll derail if something's wrong. These switches over here kind of all stack up pretty close to each other, and I'd be lying if I said I never got them confused. Alright, so that one's going to run us down the middle, that one's going to run us down the middle, and that one doesn't matter. But that's where we're going to turn around. It's really, we need it to go. Let me see. Thinking in my head. We need it to turn around, and then we need it to back down. This one is what we need to do. Reverse. Regular. Mash the gas. We got 8.5 minutes to get this to the dock without burning more fuel. Let's go. It's not 8.5 minutes. I shouldn't actually say that, because it's definitely not flat time. That's for sure, that fuel quantity. I don't exactly know how this consumes what it consumes. I mean, it consumes wood. I get that. I'm not exactly sure what the consumption rate of that fuel is even based on, per se. I mean, it's wood, right? So it's burning all the time, that, you know, and I don't actually know if it goes up, like, the faster you're going or anything else. I guess that shouldn't really affect much. I don't know. I know it's not time. I just know that it goes down. It would be interesting. Like, this is 6.8 what? I don't know. If anybody else does know, please put that in the comments down below, because I would love to know what that actually stands for. Is that like, it's not logs, because you don't even put, or is it percentage? can't be percentage. It doesn't. I don't think so. I don't know. So again, if anybody actually knows what that fuel represents, and don't say wood because I know wood. I'm saying what it actually is determined by. Uh-oh, you didn't flip it. You're gonna crash. Crash, crash, crash. Oh, and this is not a good place to crash. That we know. Alright, so let's... What a doofus. Nope. Brakes off. Reverser. Pull this thing forward. Stop from running and everything. This one with all these switches in here is not going to be a real fun re-rail time. These are the ones I don't like versus the plain ones. But we'll see. We've got a little better at things. I guess now it's time to figure it out. Oh, this is why I don't like turnarounds, because I just get to going and then I don't remember that I have to flip it to come back. Though I have heard, you know, if they continue with the idea that someday switches may not derail our trains, which, wouldn't that be cool? See, it's not going to sit where you want it to. That's what I'm afraid of, is going to get picked up everywhere but where we want it. How close can I get it? Because I got two of them to get there. So, alright, let's see if we can get this one. That should work. But our brakes are all backwards now. Excuse me. Pin it. Don't pin it. You don't even need to break that one. This you're gonna have to pin. That doesn't look like it's on the rail, but it does, so okay. And we have now flipped the switch. This would have been far too easy just to do this the first time. Back it on up. Yeah, you know, first loads of the day, sometimes you just don't, you know, we aren't a paid engineer, locomotive engineer. Get what you pay for. Free employees wreck stuff. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, brakes off. Brakes off. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. I must have left this thing on because it's just straight up backing up anyway. Yeah, you certainly did. Okay, that's working. You really forget how slow this guy is until you until you've done the dev speed thing. And then you're like, oh, all that speed you want is the dev speed, but you don't get stuck in the track without it, so there's that. Alright, flip back. That was back. Now we could just stand here and wait for it, because it will come back. I used to always hate being outside of the locomotives when they were moving. I always hit the brakes on them. But I really didn't like picking up trains before, so I can't stress that enough. I did a lot of things to avoid derailing, just because I didn't want to pick up the train. But that process is just it's gotten, I don't know if it's gotten better or I've just gotten better at it. I don't want to turn around because I don't know. Maybe they've never updated a thing in the process. I have no idea. I know that I certainly have a lot more practice. These work out nice because we should be able to get them all three right up to the dock. Oh, why are we coming in so hot? That's fine. So we got that bump stop back there. I have thought about turning around and putting two more sets of flats in here so we could just run everything on this outside rail and not have to back up, because I really don't like backing these up. But then I don't know. Then we don't have anywhere to park our trains out here. And I'm not sure how much I really like that whole unloading into other cars and stuff. We are now doing it down at the Cordwood. I did leave it that way. So, I mean, I do already do it in one place. You know, I guess I don't really care if I do it in another. There we go. So that one's pretty much full. This one, by the time we unload that wood, that one's full. So it's just oil we need out here, which is not my favoriteest or most favoriteest. That's not my favorite load to run, and not super exciting, but it is probably what we need to do. So I think we'll get headed probably towards running some oil and get ready to start doing some work out in the mountains. I think we'll call that one an episode. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day. Thanks.